Mm. Hey there. This is John Deere LA115 we got used. Uh, did pretty good last year, end of last year. Just started using it this year, and it's not as fast as it was last year. Ended up the belt was a little smoked. It had the original belt on it. It's got about 225 hours, 215, something like that. Did pretty good for what it was. But went to pick up a belt this morning, and while we had the belt out, I decided we're gonna service the rear end while we got it out, while everything's right there. So took the rear end out. It's tough torque something or other. I looked it up last night off the serial number, and surprisingly, for as small as it is, it actually does hold over 2 quarts. I didn't know where it was all coming from, but it looked it up on the Tough Torque site, and they're saying just use regular 1030 in there, or their equivalent of whatever it was, which was, I think their fluid was almost 60 bucks once you figured in shipping for 3 quarts, basically 3-quart jug. But this particular one holds 2.2 liters, and to drain it, pull the ass end out. You just disconnect linkage, and you got 2, 4, 6 bolts to drop the ass end out, and that's it. There's a rubber plug on top of the case right there. You're going to pull it out and just flip it over, invert it, and then drain it into a drain pan. And that's it. And their instructions say 2.2, but the actual level, if you look down the hole, they're saying about 25 millimeters below the top of the hole there, which is 25 millimeters, that's 1 inch. So we'll put in 2.2 quarts or liters and see what the level is, and then put the plug back in and stick the rear end back in, put the belt on. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to get this one guard out right here with it in there, so I'm going to put the belt in while I got it out, put the belt on here, and then just feed it up through the frame there. Shouldn't even call it a guard, it's really a guide, belt guide that goes right there. And that should be it for this year. So I can cut my grass, and my neighbor can borrow it to cut his, since his lawnmower is, I don't know what's wrong with his lawnmower. He was looking for one, and I cut my grass, and then he didn't cut his, because he had been borrowing somebody's lawnmower. So I just went over and asked him if he wanted to use mine. And it cut fine for his and mine this year. And then I smoked the belt because I was pulling a bundle of trees that somebody cut down off the road up there. Not big, we're not talking huge trees. We're talking maybe 2 to 3 inch trees, just spindly pine trees that were along the driveway. So I just bundled them up and dragged them back here. Well, more than one, probably like 6 loads of those. And then when I went to cut the grass the other day, the thing just wouldn't. It was a lot slower than it was before. And that's about it. And getting ready to replace the motor on the wood chipper over here next. It's a Bearcat. We got this thing, the guy had it, and it had 10.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton on there, but somebody had been screwing with it, and they left the, I don't know why, they took the carb and the manifold and the air cleaner off. That was missing when we bought it. So we just had a used little 6 horsepower Subaru Robin motor off a pressure washer we put in there, which got us through last year. This year, we put the motor back together, still diddling with the air cleaner, and then we'll put it in here. And I need to pull the blades out and sharpen them. This thing did a good job for what it is. All right, thank you. Hey there. Once you get the oil in there, before you put the plastic cap on, you need to burp the system a little bit. Do it just by rolling the axle around, and you'll see the oil level rise and then bubbles come up. You just need to pump oil back through everything that you've drained out, and then set it back level and check it again. I've already done mine. Just be sure to burp the system after you've done it to get the air pockets out. And then recheck the level, set it back level, and recheck to make sure it's about 1 inch below the filler neck there. Should be just under where, if you look down in the hole, you'll see 2 slits. So basically about 1/4 to 1/2 inch below those 2 slits. And that would be it. Thank you.